Guys, you worry too much. The sequel just got greenlit.
What are the biggest video game releases for the upcoming month? There's no need to ponder about the answer to this question anymore, because we have made a list of the 10 games you need to look out for. August is surprisingly stuffed with some great releases, so don't miss out as we list the 10 best games for August 2017.
You can run, but you can't hide. Oh, drop.
Lawbreakers is the first game made by video game veterans Arian Brusay and Cliff Bleszinski, known for Killzone and Gears of War respectively. This first-person shooter is extremely fast-paced and puts a lot of emphasis on verticality. You fly and swing through, under, over and around the maps to shoot your enemies to pieces. There are different classes to pick, but all of them are meant to deal damage. This shooter is based on skills and map knowledge, so expect a lot from this game on a competitive level. As soon as you learn the way the maps work, you can expect to discover some insane movement options to surprise your opponents.
Triple kill. Ball spawning.
From the creators of Heavenly Sword comes a game that's much alike in name, but has nothing to do with it. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is an amazing-looking action-adventure about a warrior's journey into myth and madness.
Fear swallows you before you have a chance.
Your suffering will have been for nothing!
It's about a broken Celtic warrior who delves into Viking hell to fight for the soul of her dead lover. Hellblade has brutal combat and stunning production values. This game is playing tricks with your mind, as psychosis is a central theme. Let's hope we're ready for this one, because it's on our wish list for sure. Almost 20 years ago, the video game scene was Zerg Rush by StarCraft, followed up by the expansion pack StarCraft Brood War. This real-time strategy game dominated for the world for years and outlived entire franchises. StarCraft Brood War is one of the first games that produced esports heroes. Slayer S Boxer became a god among men, and now you can relive those times with StarCraft Remastered. It's the same old game with the same bugs, but it just looks so much better. They do say gameplay over graphics, but you also want something nice to look at, aren't we right? Nidhogg was a two-player couch multiplayer game and an instant favourite during our earliest live streams a few years ago. Now we are finally seeing a sequel. The gameplay is very similar, as you can run, attack on different heights and block attacks. This time around there are multiple weapons available, and Nidhogg 2 also boasts a single-player mode. But fans from the first game will notice one major change. It actually has pixel art graphics. Nidhogg 2 now looks very colourful and bloody. We didn't mention that one yet, did we? Over the years, we've seen Sonic become a knight and run around with colourful fairies, all in glorious 3D. But in the end, nothing beats a little bit of old school. That's why we are happy Sonic Mania is releasing. We get to run, fly and climb in a 2D side-scrolling adventure game with Sonic, Tails and Knuckles. There's some Green Hill Zone for the fans who just can't let go, and there are plenty of references to the old Sega classics. But thankfully, Sonic Mania also brings some new stuff to the table. Fans are even considering to drop Sonic and Knuckles as their favourite game in the series and give the throne to Sonic Mania. Sure, it's old school, but it's made by fans for fans. Literally. A group of fans actually became the development team on this game.
But I have better things to do.
After creating several over-the-top open-world action games in the Saints Row series, Volition is now coming with Agents of Mayhem. Even though this game features GAT and is set in the same universe, it's still a new franchise. You take control over a group of agents as you take on the supervillain corporation Legion and their leader Morningstar. This game is set in a futuristic version of Seoul. During combat, you can switch between each of 3 selected agents. This allows for some awesome action, and each of the characters can be customized with weapons, skills, and looks. We can't promise gigantic purple plastic schlongs, but Agents of Mayhem sure looks like a good time. Besides, we've never been to Seoul, not even virtually.
Actually, Maury, let me call you back. Sorry I'm late.
After 5 games with Nathan Drake in the lead role, the Uncharted series is now giving the lead to his former love interest, Chloe Fraser.
Answer him! I said, where do you live?
Uncharted: The Lost Legacy includes a new, rich cinematic story, action-packed set pieces, and of course some puzzles, set on exotic locations. Chloe will be working together with Nadine Ross, a gun for hire. You've seen Chloe before in Uncharted 2 and 3, while Nadine made an appearance in Uncharted 4. The two ladies don't agree on everything, but need to work together to keep an ancient Indian artifact out of the hands of a ruthless war profiteer.
Nowhere to run.
Shit!
Earlier this year, Yakuza 0 was released on the PS4. This prequel was an already awesome game, and now Sega is releasing Yakuza Kiwami. The game is a full remake of the 10-year-old debut game of the series. The graphics have been redone completely, the audio has been re-recorded, and combat has been overhauled to match the fast-paced fights of Yakuza 0. We made an entire video before about why you should love the Yakuza series. And obviously we are also talking about Yakuza Kiwami here. You play as Kasuma Kiryu, the dragon of the Dojima family, who just came out of jail for a crime he did not commit. Now Kiryu drives right back in the criminal underworld of Tokyo. Absolver is a martial arts focused action role-playing game. There is a strong focus on motion, and that makes this game stand out from the crowd. You need to fight other characters in order to join the Absolver Peacekeepers. You can customize your fighting moves by building decks.
Improves specific character attributes and comes with its own unique special ability.
You earn new moves, equipment, and weapons by fighting and progressing through the game. Absolver has some small MMO components, as you can fight alongside and against other players.
Yourself, dear prospect. Combat instincts may come natural, but refining your...
Unlocking new cards and changing your deck can completely change your fighting skills. Think of Absolver as a mix between Street Fighter and Dark Souls, with a bit of card collecting as well.
Combat deck is fully customizable, allowing one...
This month we see a new expansion for XCOM 2. Even though that news is great, it's actually another tactical turn-based strategy game that stands out. Ubisoft and Nintendo have worked together on Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle for the Nintendo Switch. Several Mario characters need to work together with some dressed-up Rabbids to stop Mushroom Kingdom from being torn apart by the mischievous evil Rabbids. This game can be considered an RPG with turn-based combat and elements of exploration. It also features a 2-player local co-op mode, so you can play with your friends. Now this is one of the most quirky game collaborations we've seen in years, and we like it. There you have it, 10 games we are most excited about for 2017. But there's a lot more coming out this month as well. Think about The Escapists 2, or the Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. Of course, Madden NFL 18 is launching this month, and there's some new Life is Strange stuff coming too. So besides the 10 games we've listed, there is tons of new games releasing. What games are you most excited about? Let us know in the comments or tweet us at ZoominGames. Let's share that love for video games. See you on our next video.
I don't like it. You don't like anything.
Oh, thank you. I'm slipping.
You know that treasure hunting is not at the risk of us, right?